Today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Lions and the Snowhawks, next on Madden Football.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, CD, this is a passing league. I don't think you would argue that thought. But our ball game here features a couple of teams with strong offensive lines that really like to work the ground game.
And you and I have both heard from different people in the league who's saying that it's becoming a little bit of a lost art in the NFL, the ability to run the football. And we've heard from defensive coordinators who tell us that they play the pass first. That's not something you normally hear. But these two offenses, they're true to who they are. Both ranked in the top 5 in terms of rushing yardage. I think they're both going to use those massive offensive lines to try and wear down these defenses.
Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from the City of Roses. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3 quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
Throw left side complete. That's long.
Personal foul.
Oh, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty is going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Now that play is blown up. Losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line. But I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
To throw on 2nd down. Curtis. Pass incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Curtis. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3 quarterback.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Green. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The numbers for Green a week ago: 5 catches, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
And he has 10 touchdowns on the season. When anyone scored that many times, as a former defender, I know exactly what you're talking about before the game. Key on him. Don't let him get in the end zone today, guys. Let's keep him out of there.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
Stewart. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First and 10 at the 34-yard line. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Stewart to throw it. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Stewart sets to throw. Green's got it over the middle. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. Room to run past midfield. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Curtis. Quick hitter here. It's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Curtis. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A gain of 13 yards.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
On first down, long, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot. But nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. And Detroit back in possession of the football. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll run on 1st down. It's long. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. On 2nd down, it's long. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. On 1st down, long. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's long. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
the play fake. Curtis. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
They'll run on first down. Long. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Curtis. And they're going to get him. He's sagged back around the 28. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get out to the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Off the play fake, here's Cordell Stewart. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. worked his way back inside, and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing now, Stewart. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try again. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Stonewalled on 2nd down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll try to run this one in. Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick here is good. So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it, the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Curtis. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're
rush coming, and he's taken down. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Curtis. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Lions on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun, Curtis. And he's got his big tight end here. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the 1st down line. And they were able to get him down and force the punt.
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So winds up a very smart decision to throw the flag. They reset the spot, and now that's a first down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down, Curtis. And that will be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return.
And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. And touchdown. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Snowhawks have taken the lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best play is just up from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And exactly how fast was he going? According to Next Gen Stats, 21.7 miles per hour.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Curtis. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back.
On first down, Stewart. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They will throw on first down with Stewart. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Banks. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just toweling it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Well, throw on the quick slant, going to be complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They'll look to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Snowhawks are able to extend their lead. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Now the try here for the point after. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. That time, a 9-play drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw here is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Curtis. Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now Stewart on 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Snowhawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And the final number on Next Gen Stats, how about this? 71 yards through the air. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. This taken in at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And a white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. The Armadillos wish they could have that one loss back. Other than that, they've been perfect as they run their mark to 13-1. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Dallas Cowboys. The Broncos locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, on the other side, they too didn't do a whole lot in terms of rushing efficiency in that first half, as you can tell by the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Throwing out of the shotgun, it's Stewart. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback. but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Play action. Stewart. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game charts.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Here's Stewart. Throwing on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And we are keeping a close eye on his catches, a really close eye now, because that's number 899 in his career. The next one will give him 900. And to give this time to the tailback. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Going to go play action. Here's Stewart. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. From the gun, Stewart. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Curtis. Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Back to throw. Curtis.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Portland's offense now about set to take over.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
2nd down. Here's Stewart. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. From the gun, it's Stewart. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
They bring their punter out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. The field flipper there, a 47-yard punt coupled with a loss on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Detroit's offense ready to take over.
And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Curtis. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now Stewart, 2nd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Banks. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Now Stewart on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Banks. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Stewart. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. On first down, Bentley might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Stewart to throw on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That's good, the completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Stewart. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Snowhawks are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. On first down, Curtis. He finds his man, complete. That's long. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Curtis. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Back to throw. Curtis. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Looking to throw. Curtis. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and 6. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. And on now is the punter as he's on to kick it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Back to throw. Curtis. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. The Lions on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun. Curtis. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Curtis. Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. Curtis. Steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Let's go.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Forced out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 40.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Curtis. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Back to throw. Curtis. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 41 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
But they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Now a handoff looking right. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 37-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete.
Brings up second and 8 at the 15-yard line.
Stewart. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Now the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Lions offense set to take over. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the catch and run. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
On 1st and 10, Curtis firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. Now they try the right side here. And he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears.
Meanwhile, for the Lions, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.